This is where this campground is. Here's it's southern Colorado. There's a town called Pagosa Springs. There's 160. And if you go north, you get to, there's a campground that's called East Fork. So you come right here, it's a USFS 667. You go around and there's a parking lot right here that a lot of guys with off-road vehicles, they drop off right there. But then if you keep going a little bit, the actual campground is right here. This campground, it's pretty cool, but it was like $32 a night or something. It was kind of high, I thought. And it's pretty crowded. But if you just keep going up this road, there are a bunch of dispersed camping spots right next to the river, which is more like a little creek right now. It's very low. But the farther you go, the more away from the road you can get. So if you keep going, there will be 2 bridges. You'll come across this bridge here, and you'll start to see some spots that are kind of off the road. And you want to be off the road because it gets fairly dusty. So if you keep going, you start to see some nicer spots. Here's some really nice ones. Look at these right here. And just keep on going. There was a second bridge, I passed it, but this is where I was at. And there were like 3 or 4 spots. If you keep going, the road will eventually get really bad. There is a private property that you can come up to. Look, there's a bunch more. But eventually you get to this private land, and then the road gets really bad. So like right around this area here, and then there's, look right here, like it starts to get real bad. But at least to where I was at, and I'll put the map link on the video, it's still really good. And of course you could just come in and scope it out. But I'll tell you, this area there, it's like the best camping I've ever had. I did the full 14 days, and that's the first time I've ever done that, and just because it was so peaceful and such a nice place. But let me show you outside how beautiful it is here. And I'll show you some drone shots too that I took. You can hear the stream. And you have these amazing mountains. And it smells so good here. It's just beautiful. I'm getting perfect, unobstructed satellite internet here. There's this really cool mountain. You get solar here for depending where you put your panels, I guess. But you get through a good part of the day. And then look at this, there's a stream here. You can go fishing. And it's like right here. There's a little trail. But man, it is so nice. You can do the 14-day thing here. But I'll drop some links, and I'll add some nice video footage that I got of the area. And there's camp spots all along the road. If you're coming in from the south like I did, I took the advice of a really nice guy that was driving an ATV that knows the area. He told me to go for a good 4 miles or so before picking a spot, because a lot of the spots out there, they are like right next to the road, and over here you're off the road, and so the ATVs will drive through here, especially during the weekend, and they raise a lot of dust. But it hasn't been a problem because we're back here. So this isn't the road. The road is, it's not even this. It's up there about maybe 100 feet, 80 feet. I'm a few weeks into this trip, and the stairs have been holding up really well. Haven't had any issues with them being loose or any problems. The other day I had to do some repairs on the generator, and it was nice to be able to set it down right here without those things in the way. And the other thing that's been really nice is this acts like a seat, so I don't even bring out my chair half the time. This is my storage box. I'm using a Harbor Freight ATV, what is this, a hitch carrier. It's not very expensive. I did encounter something that I don't like about it. Is they use 2 bolts. Let me zoom in on it. They use 2 bolts to put the hitch part together, and it wobbles. So I put 2 screws, self-tapping screws, and it's been holding up pretty good. And I used, that's the anti-rattle little deal from I got it from E-Trailer. And then back here, that's the furnace vent. So I got a sheet of what is that stuff? It's like it's a heat shield. It's really just like a fancy, I don't know if it's aluminum or what, but it's a heat shield little roll. It was like $12 on eBay. I think I bought it. And then I used a few standoffs to hold it on there. And it does work. I ran the furnace, and it doesn't affect the box at all. This box is awesome because it allows me to keep a few things in here, like I keep my trash, and so right now it's kind of a mess, but I keep my trash in here. Have some recovery boards, a leveler, and 2 5-gallon fuel tanks. I only have gas in one right now, but yeah, it's really nice because you can keep stuff that you wouldn't want to keep in your vehicle. I don't have a truck, so I couldn't keep this stuff like in the bed. I have an SUV, so I can put my trash, and it stays dry and, you know, clean. And it's also been cool to be able to, like, sometimes I just need to set something without putting it on the dirt. Right, usually it's fairly clean, right? But right now it's a little dirty. But sometimes you just need to set something down. And again, since I don't have a truck, I have to set something down, and it's nice to have a place to do it. And then these are just little latches. I mean, it's not going to necessarily stop somebody if they really want to get in, but it's a little, you know, they'd have to break them off. So a little extra security. To secure it, if I had to do it over again, I would just go with so these center ones, I went right through the wall, the side wall. These are not even doing anything, as you can see, unless the wind really were to pick it up. But these are doing all the work. And I got, these are just little U joints, and this thing's been on here now for, I don't know, 1,500 miles or something, somewhere around there, and I haven't had any issues. And it's stays on there pretty nicely. So yeah, that's my box.